These teams, they can both go deep into their bench. That's a luxury.
Yeah, a luxury indeed. And they don't have to worry as much about foul trouble or guys getting worn down. Credit to both front offices for building such complete rosters.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Derek White. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. Tatum, good.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
And there's a pick. Outside Curry. Nails it from 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Brown. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Just a stellar rebounder. Vucevic, look, he relishes getting those extra offensive rebounds.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Back to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Pritchard. And the 18-footer right on the mark. Curry's got 5.
Good at keeping the game simple. When Curry sees the mid-range J open up, he rises up with confidence.
Tatum looking it over. Over Green. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as...
They set the screen. Back to White. Stolen by Melton. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. That's good from Curry. On the assist by Butler.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. Coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Back to you, BA.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Celtics trail by 3. Well, Richard, Draymond Green credits you for giving him some important advice as a rookie.
I just encouraged him to be himself and told him that he's going to have to live with techs and fines because he is at his best when he is towing that line.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Five to shoot. White for 3. Rebounded by Butler.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Melton. Now here's Porzingis. Outside Butler. Shoots over Tatum. Butler can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 3. White looking it over. Pass to Brown. To get back on track. And it's blocked by Butler.
An outstanding defender. Butler uses his size and length.
Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at the Warriors, they're currently in 4th place, a solid spot to be in late in the year.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
The kick to Tatum. And the three-pointer goes. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Warriors. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year. Pass to Melton. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Outside Pritchard. Outside Tatum. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 3. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Here's Vucevic. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
The ridiculous reach of Porzingis. There is no way he was letting that through.
Melton passes to Butler. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Jaylen Brown picks one up. Richard, tough as nails. Jimmy Butler always takes the fight head on.
And lifts his team when it matters most. And look, he's not for everybody. But look, if it's about winning, he's exactly who you want on your side.
That's good from Butler. And Grant, we hear all the time about the rookie wall.
Oh, it's definitely a real thing, B.A. Not for every rookie, but a good percentage of them. You know, I'm interested to see which ones in this class are able to power through.
Moody's checked in for Melton. And the Celtics also making a change. Walsh is checked in. You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers. Oh, sensational!
Yes.
What a dunk!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. The Warriors have gone 6 of 11 so far. Moody passes to Curry from deep. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Green, the pass to Curry. Here's the 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Tatum. Fires in the triple. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's Curry. He played a great game against San Antonio.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation. He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 12.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan, and everything falls into place for a team.
Pajimski's checked in for Porzingis. And the Celtics making a change here. Here's Tatum. He's got 12. Deflects the pass. Curry with a steal. Pass to Green. And here's Pajimski. On the wing, Green. Covered by Vucevic. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. The shot by Pajimski, no good.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Outside Butler. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Walsh. Boston has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Tatum can't hit. The Warriors shooting the rock around 41% during the first quarter. Shot is good by Curry.
The quickness of Curry makes quick defensive reads, knowing precisely when to knife inside.
Boston trailing. Pass to Gonzalez. Outside, Brown. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Green finds Curry. Outside Pajimski. Green with a screen on Brown. Pajimski into the lane. And it's hammered home by Green.
A big part of his game offensively. Green fantastic at the pick and roll game.
They've been behind for a few minutes now.
And I think that's about to change.
Pass to Tatum. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for the Warriors. Al Horford comes in for Stephen Curry. Boston also changing it up. Queta comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Pritchard is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Now here's Porzingis. We saw him with 11 points in his last game.
Look, forget those long jumpers, Kristaps. Use that size. Rock the rim.
And Boston has possession. 4-point game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, thanks a lot. Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry, and Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint, I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better complement to him, and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Back over to you.
A great fit. Thank you, Allie. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And that one falls for Tatum. Well, Richard, some stars are the system, but Jason Tatum is often admired as a selfless system player.
Yeah, Jason enjoys being a piece of the greater puzzle. He doesn't have to have everything run through him, and I know that makes his teammates happy.
Now here's Porzingis, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Clock is at 3. Boston pulls it in. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the bucket by Boston. Left side, Porzingis. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Porzingis, no good on the free throw. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Pass to Walsh. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Tatum. Over Moody. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. Back to the game after this break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Queta in at the 5 spot. The Warriors trailing. Outside Podziemski. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. Here's Podziemski. No good on the triple.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Gonzalez. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Pritchard. Just 5 to shoot. A deep 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Next up on the schedule, the Nuggets, a home game. And that'll be the finale in their 4-game homestand.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Melton, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Celtics also with a sub. Hauser's checked in. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Screen by Horford. From deep, Melton. Rebounded by the Celtics. Queta's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. Hauser outside. The 3 is up. Horford pulls it in. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Shots blocked. Pritchard surviving the D. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Garza. 6 to shoot. Queta driving to the basket.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points. Moves on. Warriors trail by 3. Oh, got a piece of it. Porzingis passes to Horford. Outside Podziemski. Pritchard against Melton. Back to Podziemski. Outside Porzingis. That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, BA. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
White, he's checked in for Hauser. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And here's Melton. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Here's Podziemski. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Celtics lead by 4. Now White. No points yet. Outside Pritchard. Back to White. 6 on the shot clock. Right wing. The 3. The shot by Garza. No good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
Nice shot, Porzingis, with the length and the touch.
Here's White. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Pass to Garza. 3-pointer. Fires for 3. They get it again. Tatum. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Warriors making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Melton. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Pass to Porzingis. Okay, do it, KP.
You love the determination from Porzingis, refusing to let the D get the better of him.
The Celtics with the lead. Outside White. Tatum, a screen on Melton. The kick to Tatum. Launches it. Tatum controls the rebound and the putback. Kid has got 6 here in the quarter.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Butler passes to Porzingis. Now here's Melton. Back to Butler. Oh, it's stolen. Tatum showing off the strength.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Here's Butler. Pass to Melton. Now here's Porzingis. Guarded closely. Blocked. Now here's Pritchard, defended by Podziemski. Here's Garza. To the middle. Here's Tatum. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
You see why Porzingis is one of the best shot blockers in the league. All the length.
And it's Butler with the jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now here's White. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. The shot. Here's Kata. And he converts the layup. And the Celtics lead by 6.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. Melton outside. Moody on the wing. From downtown. The rebound, Celtics.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Tatum to the... Oh!
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Al Horford's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Curry in for Podziemski. And the Celtics also making a change. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Pritchard. Melton with the ball. Right side Moody. On the wing, Curry. Shot clock at 6. Inside, Curry gets it to go. Through the defense as well.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
Brown against Curry. White for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
The Warriors have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Butler passes to Curry. Screen by Horford. Curry finds some space. Again, the Warriors score.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Here's Brown. Oh, big finish!
Wow. Okay, I see you.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Melton. Off target from outside.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Okay, knockout!
Man.
Wow!
Look, that was good defense, but Brown, he's just too good and just continues all the way through.
And so it's Golden State with it. They trail by 11. Melton on the wing. He's guarded by White. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
Another thing they're doing right early on tonight is attacking the offensive glass, just outworking the defense and winning second chances at the hoop.
And he makes the first. Post is checked in for Horford. The Celtics also with a sub. Walsh is checked in. And Melton drops them both. And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left that you want to accomplish, that's win a ring.
Warriors trail by 12. Melton outside. Back to Butler. Moody on the wing. Taken away! With the 10-footer. And that one hits the back iron.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, guys. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Butler against Tatum. Outside Curry. Puts up a deep three. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to White. There's the 3. And it's Tatum missing. Warriors trail by 12. To the inside. And Post gets it to go. Post has got his first points of the game.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Queta gets the bucket.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
There's a minute 40 left in the second quarter. Melton outside. Butler taking his time here. The 3 from Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one. Outside, Brown. Tatum a screen on Curry. Fires from the wing, and Boston again with the bucket.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
Melton outside. 54 seconds left in the second period. Here's Curry. Again, Golden State. Celtics lead by 9. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. Pass to Queta. Tipped. And they'll keep possession. Jason Tatum. He's a sharpshooter.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Lets a floater go. Moody from outside. And the Warriors with another 3.
Well, Curry knew his look wasn't there, so he moves the ball back outside.
Tatum from long range. No good on the shot. And here's Butler outside. And so it's the Boston Celtics. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And you know, for that matchup against the Lakers, they're going against number one. It's a huge challenge, but they have the talent and the coaching to compete.
It'd be a nice morale boost if they can pull it off. And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the Warriors.
They haven't been close with some of these threes. Does the rim look like it's moving to them? I mean, seriously. It looks like it's multiple rims out there.
Aim for the middle one. At least that's what I've been told. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Here's Brown. Butler and Draymond are the 3 and the 4. DeAnthony Melton out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Now here's Butler. They trail by 9 and stolen by Brown. White on the wing. Here's Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
Now you got to keep Tatum off the boards or he will jump all over you.
Back to Butler. Melton outside. Pass to Curry. Lets it go from deep. On target from range. Curry's got 26 points.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And White has got the ball here for Boston. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Back to Brown. Vucevic, a screen on Butler. 6 to shoot. Outside Tatum. And stolen by Green. Oh, Draymond finishing himself.
Got to reward the big man Green for running the floor. Excellent execution.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Melton. And here is Green. Porzingis with a screen on Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Really left him alone that time. Porzingis has got 13 now.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Here's Tatum, and he lays it up and in.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Warriors trail by 5. Melton outside. Outside, Green. Pass to Curry from behind the arc. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's White. Back to Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 4 rebounds now. They kick it out to Porzingis. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Tatum knocks it down. He's locked in right now.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Right side Green. KP flying high.
Now, why not throw it up to Porzingis? That's what he's there for.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. All right, with this brief pause, let's take a look at the league's best passing teams. The Warriors, number 1.
The beauty of this offense is that the ball never stops moving. If the shot isn't there, the next pass is made.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. All the way to the rim, Curry.
Not the first time we've seen this movie. Curry gets out ahead and stays out ahead.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. And there's really no debate, Richard, and hasn't been for some time. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the game has ever known.
Yeah, that's breaking news, but let's be honest. He is one of one. He is on the Mount Rushmore of players that have changed the game.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the 3 by Boston. Here's Curry. Curry finds his way through inside.
He's been perfect this quarter. They keep feeding him, and he keeps delivering.
Outside White. It's Brown on the wing. Six on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one for the lead. Oh, tough work inside from Butler.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 36 points. Outside Pritchard. To the paint. Here's White. Inside. White gets it to go. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
The Warriors have gotten 8 of 9 to fall. Terrific offense so far in this third quarter. Inside. Vucevic with a steal. Down low. Here's Pritchard. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Stephen Curry.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And they've been letting it rain from the mid-range. A throwback approach that's really working well for them in this one.
That's good from Pritchard. Yes, Peyton Pritchard doing it at the NBA level. But he was a beast in the college ranks too, Richard.
All-time leader in games played, minutes, and assists in his conference. The only player to reach 1,900 points, 600 assists, and 500 rebounds in the conference. You know, that's pretty tough. Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Pass to Tatum. The three ball. The Warriors pull it in.
Man, that's his shot. But maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Butler. 5 points in the game. Curry passes to Melton. And again, no good by Golden State.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Pritchard. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Walsh is checked in for Boston.
One shot.
Warriors trail by 7. Outside Moody. Outside Butler. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Playing with passion. Butler is never scared of a challenge, a wing who battles inside.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. And he drops the first.
And at this point of his career, Butler wants to win. And boy, does he ramp up his performance in the playoffs, especially in recent years.
Butler hits them both. Boston leading by 5. And here's Brown. He's got 12. The rebound by Moody. Golden State has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
Here's Brown. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Outside Pritchard. Brown with a screen. Pass to Vucevic. Outside Tatum. Beyond the arc. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. Tatum's got 39.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
And here's Butler outside. The putback. A thunder jam by Porzingis.
The height of Porzingis gives him an edge on that offensive glass, and he uses it.
Outside Pritchard. Clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post. Pritchard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Moody passes to Curry. Ooh, Curry up and in through contact.
Sometimes there's just no stopping Curry. He's just too skilled.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And how about we check the numbers for him? Boston leading by 4. Outside, Brown. Green against Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
Golden State has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw good. Green.
Such a great guy to have on the team and an amazing defender. Green even led the league in steals one year.
Three-pointer, Pritchard. Warriors with the rebound. Butler's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Celtics lead by 3. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Now here's Butler. He's got 7. And it's rejected. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Here's Walsh. Puts up a 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Left side, Butler. Outside, Green. Pass to Curry from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 5 assists tonight.
This is Pete Curry shooting with real confidence off the catch. It's what helps get him going.
Pritchard. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Pritchard's got 10 points here in the second half. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. The fourth spot held by the Warriors.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
1:27 left in the third. Knocks down the long J.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Pass to Walsh. Here's Queta, defended by Porzingis. Now Pritchard. Inside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Warriors trail by 3. Now here's Podziemski. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. Here's Podziemski. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And for the Celtics, they're shooting nearly 60% from the floor in the third. Outside Pritchard. They set a pick. From outside the arc. Podziemski grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pritchard with a steal. Here's Gonzalez. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one, and not so fast.
The previous play is under review.
Sure, they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And they're going to take another look at the replay to make sure. But to me, it looked like he got it off in time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to take a second look and make the right call.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. We'll be right back with you shortly. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page. Woo.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. Then it's Derek White, and it's Walsh in at the 3. Now here's Tatum.
A multi-talented swingman. Tatum just continues to get better and better each year.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Golden State. Horford outside. Open shot by Melton. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And this is just typical of him. always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Tatum. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. From 13, good on the jump shot. Tatum's got 17 now, just in the second half.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Horford outside. Up top, Pajemski. Horford inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Garza's checked in for Boston. Celtics lead by 6. Here's Gonzalez. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Now here's Melton. To the middle. Here's Butler. Blocked!
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Elbow. 2. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Oh, Butler, what a dunk!
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground 0.
Boston leading by 8. Outside White. Tatum from long range. He drops it from range. Tatum's got 47 points.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
Melton finds Butler. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Fearless play from Butler. Defenses should know he's going to try and draw a foul while shooting.
And the first one at the line is good.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
The Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Butler hits them both.
Well, when you send them to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Boston leading by 9. And if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Hauser. 4-3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
Good work by Tatum, keeping his options open. He knew he had that kick out if he needed it.
The Warriors have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And the Warriors making a change here. Post checked in. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Podziemski. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. To the inside. Post. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And Boston has possession. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Here's Post. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
That free throw, no good. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Horford. And the Celtics also making a change. Vucevic, he's checked in for Keita. And he's good on the second.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
Pass to Garza. Tatum against Butler. White with a screen on Butler. Tatum from long range. Podziemski grabs the board. Podziemski's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Over White. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And White has got the ball here for the Celtics. Outside Tatum. Over Butler. And it's Tatum missing.
He made that way more difficult than it had to be with that leaning jumper. As a result, he comes away empty.
Here's Green. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
Zero fear in Green's game. Loves mixing it up down low.
Boston leading by 7. Hauser outside. Back to White. Pass to Tatum. Let's go with a 3. Warriors with the rebound.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And here is Green. Back to Butler. Green with a screen on Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. Outside Tatum. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
The game of Green, it's about testing the defense, finding their weak spots.
And Boston with some changes. Walsh is checked in for Tatum. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Derek White.
They've definitely made free throws look easy here in the second half.
Boston has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Brown. Five on the clock. Brown draws the double. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston.
And we've watched Brian Boston into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
Now here's Pritchard. Outside, Brown.
And Brown is a talented scorer who also excels at drawing fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Melton, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Celtics also making a change. Derek White's checked in for Garza. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
Curry from deep three-point land. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Boston. Outside Pritchard. There's a screen. The kick to Tatum. Fires the three. Hits yet again. Wow!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
A terrific view of that move captured on the Connected Cam, thanks to AT&T. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Vucevic. And here's Brown for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Down low. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
I know Coach loves seeing Porzingis score at will. He has been relentless.
For Boston, they've gone 6 for 11 here in the fourth quarter. Green against Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Picked by Vucevic. Three-pointer. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Outside Curry. Pass to Melton. To the inside. Vucevic with a steal. Here's Tatum. Got it. Good job in the low post. Tatum's got 54 points.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
Warriors trail by 5. Now Curry fires from deep. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Vucevic, a screen on Melton. White finds Vucevic. Banks it home. Big shot.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Curry with it. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Pritchard against Curry. Brown. That's off.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Green against White. Curry outside. Oh, Curry! A sick triple!
There is no moment that is too big for Steph Curry.
Here's Pritchard. Curry with a steal. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Oh, he jammed it!
Over his career, Green has been in so many huge playoff games, so he's used to the pressure moments.
Here's Tatum. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Let's loose for three. Porzingis is there for the rebound. Golden State has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Now Curry. To tie it up. Curry creates inside.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Vucevic, a screen on Green. White outside. Takes a three. Money from three.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Warriors trail by 3. Outside Curry. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
When it is crunch time and you've got Stephen Wardell Curry, the game plan is simple. Get him the ball.
The Celtics shooting just a phenomenal clip. 59% here in the fourth. The drive by Tatum. Now White. Brown in the high post. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up the tray. Vucevic sinking the follow-up shot.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
Curry. Now Green. Shoots it. And again.
my goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
The first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up 2. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
A chance to tie it up here.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Two-second difference between shot and game clock.
Just a huge shot by Porzingis. He welcomes the chance to come up big for his team.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Outside Tatum. From deep. Oh, the long ball, no good. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Derek White. And it's Vucevic in at the center. Now here's Curry. And good! There's another!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. 2-point game. Here's Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Here's the pass to Brown. And Brown rising high for the finish.
One of the premier scoring wings in the NBA, Jaylen Brown, is at it again.
Well, the Warriors shooting about 60% for the game. Now here's Melton. Butler fires! Buries it from outside!
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
A minute into overtime of what's been a great one so far. Green against Tatum. Fires the 3. Oh, Green rips down the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
With his touch, Curry can beat you from inside as easily as he can outside.
Here's White. Pritchard outside. Well, overtime basketball. About a minute and a half played. Porzingis there for the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Curry looking it over. White against Melton. Butler outside. Just 4 to shoot. Tatum with a steal. White! And he sinks the jumper. The Warriors lead by 3. Curry outside. Now Green. Porzingis with a screen on Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He drills the wide open jumper.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Celtics trail by 5. Pritchard outside. Tatum against Green.
It's crazy. He's growing taller. He's adding more muscle. Tatum just becomes harder to defend in there.
for Tatum. So Tatum nails both of them.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Here's Porzingis. Now Curry. Yes, sir! That one goes!
The better shooter you are, the quicker you become. Curry makes it so hard to guard him in these little moments. He slips past the defense.
Now here's Tatum, and stolen by Melton. For the finish, and he slams it home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Free throw drops for Melton. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. Trailing by 8. White outside. Beyond the arc. Butler rips down the board.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Another one goes. Incredible.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Pritchard outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Pritchard. And the Warriors with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. Pritchard against Curry. Butler outside. Shot clock at 6. He launches, and he nails it.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Warriors.
Yeah, they've been outstanding in this extra period, putting this one out of reach.
Yeah, just an amazing game to watch, B.A.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And what a huge performance it was for Stephen Curry.
Steals are almost a forgotten stat. We don't talk about them a ton, but he's been huge in that category.
Now here's Brown. Brown with a screen. White. Oh, can't hit the jumper.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Draymond, you were stacking the assists. How much do you take it on yourself to be a playmaker for this team?
I play with a lot of great players. I just try to find them in the spots that they like the ball. Guys really shooting the ball well. I've been a playmaker on this team for some years now. That's my job, so just try to get them the ball in spots on the floor that they like.
You always bring it on both ends. Thanks, Draymond.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Stephen Curry.